you've grown up in Kerala and worked with ITC hotels and then Jet Airways. So very, very different, interesting background. So first, reflections on your arrival in the city and when did you first landed here and how has that journey been for you? How has Bangalore shaped you, more importantly?
Wow. So, like you said, I was born in Kerala. Not exactly brought up in Kerala because I did spend a few years outside Kerala. I studied in Lucknow, for instance. My early schooling was in Jabalpur and Pune. And my schooling in Kerala was only between the 3rd and 8th standard.
Okay.
And then again 11th and 12th. So what, 7-8 years. But still, of course, my roots are in Kerala. So my first thoughts about Bangalore was growing up in Kerala. Going to Bangalore or living in Bangalore was, at least in Kerala terms, considered to be going to the western part of the world. It was like going abroad. My first time I landed in the city was in the year 1984.
Okay.
And I remember landing here with stars in my eyes. I was really, of course, there was a lot of excitement that was built up. And
you would be in your teens, right?
yeah, I was in my teens. And I remember landing here and I thought I'd come to another country altogether, right? I was really starstruck. And I always had in my mind that if there was a city in India I would like to live in, it would be Bangalore. It was close enough to Kerala and yet had all the charm of living in an international city, right? So I always had it in my mind that I wanted to live in Bangalore. My next, let's say, contact with Bangalore was actually when I was living in Chennai. So after I finished I joined as a management trainee with ITC. And after I got posted to my first job, it was in Chennai. And I lived there for about 7 years. Chennai was a very different city. It was very traditional in its outlook. It was not as modern as it's even today. And at that point of time, really not many avenues for going out and having fun. Whereas Bangalore at that point of time was gaining this incredible reputation as the pub capital of India and lots of amazing pubs, great evening life and things like that. And living in Chennai, I used to always look at that and say, wow, it would be so much fun to go there. And you know what we used to do? We used to drive down from Chennai on Friday evenings after work just to go to pubs in Bangalore on the weekend.
Wow.
And on Sunday night, drive back, right? Just to go and have a great time because we could not do that in Chennai. It was such I think we must have done that in 7 years about 15, 20 times, not too often, but 15, 20 times. And each of those were incredible memories. I remember going to the old pubs downtown and Black Cadillac and all these places and coming and hanging out there, listening to incredible music and having tap beer one could not even dream of in Chennai. It was such
and also very cosmopolitan, modern, open, liberal.
Really liberal kind of environment.
Yeah.
And it was like being liberated coming here to Bangalore. And it would give me the energy to go back to Chennai and then work again.
Okay.
I'm going to piss off a lot of friends in Chennai when they see this. But I must say, I love Chennai as a city as well. But that was Bangalore for me. And it was music to my ears, even in my hoteliering days in ITC, when I got news that both my wife and I were posted to Bangalore. Okay. So both of us welcomed that news and all our friends were jealous. And I remember my boss calling me in, who was the regional vice president for ITC. He called me into his office and he said, I'm cutting 20% of your salary. He said, why is that? No, I think getting posted in Bangalore, we should reduce your salary because that's a perk in itself. So I said, thank you, I'll take that any day. So it was great to be posted to Bangalore and coming here and we loved it. And actually, my first job change also happened in Bangalore when I moved from ITC to Jet. But even as early as even as late as 2002 when I came in here, Bangalore still retained a large part of the charm that I always associated with this city. Roads were not too crowded. I used to live in Sadashiv Nagar, a short drive to my office. Again, driving on Sundays to MG Road on Cubbon Road, or even that road that leads from Windsor Manor to Infantry Road. I would always see a canopy of trees. One could rarely find the sun would fight to filter through the canopy of trees to reach the ground. That's the kind of cover that we had. Beautiful. It was just a fantastic time to be living here.
Hari, where we are today, do you still hold that view? How do you reflect back? The city has grown dramatically. You've also grown older. The love affair continues. And how do you see the city today, with all its changes, with all its ups and downs?
You know, even my wife, I got married to 25 years, is not the one she used to be. But our love has only grown deeper. So I can't say that. I can't say that I wanted the city to remain the same for me to, for my love to remain the same. I think my love for the city has only grown deeper. I just think it's the best city in the world. I will not live in any other city. Let's just put it that way.
What are some of the things that stands out today as you reflect back, as you look at the city in today?
So I think the one thing I'll not talk about is weather, because everybody speaks
Let's
about
not
it. So
talk
let's not
about
talk
it.
about the weather, especially
Now.
Now it's the wrong time to talk about the weather, so we'll not talk about the weather. But having said that, I think there are so many things. I think it's the most welcoming city I've found. You know, you can come from any part of the world, but you just get assimilated into the city from day one, like you were always meant to be here. You know, you just always belonged here. Most other cities just getting used to. Bangalore, I don't think takes any effort to get used to. It just sucks you in and just sort of makes you a part of the milieu from day one, right? So it's a very welcoming city. Two, I think it's a city that balances its modernity and tradition with the ease that no other city has been able to. Others have always struggled with it. Bangalore just carries that dichotomy with more consummate ease than any other city that I have found. So it celebrates its tradition, but also carries its modernity on its shoulder, with a great amount of pride. And I think is that dichotomy I enjoy tremendously. Because personally, I think I am that kind of a person. I like to have a modern view, yet I am deeply traditional in some certain senses. I think I rue a little bit of the fact that some of those trees are gone, and let's say the crowds have come in a little bit. It's become a little bit more crowded than I like. But I just take
part of the deal.
Part of the deal, and it's part of change. But it hasn't lost some of the essence of what makes this city great. It hasn't lost that, so I love it. So to walk into a Malleshwaram and see the life in Malleshwaram almost like time has stood still is fantastic, right? And I enjoy that. And then you go to UB City, you see another slice of life altogether. So,
in fact, Kia Market, Malleshwaram, many parts of Bangalore, you go and it looks like another world completely. Are there places that have replaced the old pub hopping when you used to do in your young days to now? What are some of the places
you know what
that
I miss the most in Bangalore?
Yeah, please go ahead.
My favorite pub in Bangalore used to be a place called Purple Haze.
Okay.
Oh my God, I have spent more nights there than I have in any other, apart from my own home, than any other place. I used to love Purple Haze.
What was so beautiful about it?
It's, first of all, the music. It was exactly the kind of music I like, which is old school rock. It was just fantastic, right? 60s and 70s rock is what it used to play. Secondly, when you walked in, it started off with individual tables, and by the end of the night, everybody was in one big party. Everyone was singing together. Everyone was partying together. It was just, and it always managed to recreate that magic every time you went there. And once I moved into Bangalore, I used to come from Chennai particularly to go to Purple Haze. But once I moved in here, I was there almost every night. I miss that place. I don't think Bangalore has yet created another pub like that.
For stories like this, keep following us. From Code to Culture, our podcast. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media.